So, guys, I think everybody here has seen the video that I posted yesterday, explaining. Let me take off my headphones. I don't know why I'm not even listening to anything, but I think everybody here has seen the video yesterday that I posted, explaining what happened. I didn't get to explain what happened, but I'm going to today. It was a very, very stressful day for me yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. I thought I was gonna lose my dogs. I thought the Humane Society was going to take them. And I'd like to at least explain that because I've seen a bunch of comments saying I'm irresponsible. And so many of y'all were talking about the situation. You had no idea what the situation was. And so many of y'all actually came in and we're just leaving a whole bunch of supportive comments. And I appreciate y'all for those who actually reached out as well. But long story short, yesterday, I came back from the gym, and when I came back from the gym, I came back at around like 3 o'clock, and I didn't notice my dogs were gone. I did not notice my dogs were gone. Usually, for those who don't know, I have two Great Pyrenees dogs. They're really big dogs. They're attack dogs. Well, they're not really attack dogs. They're more so landscape dogs, livestock dogs. They helped me back when I used to live in the valley. I live in the city now, with coyotes and whatnot, Draco and Ace. But I have them, and I also have Luna. Really, really amazing dogs. I love them to death, and I'd do anything for them. I would actually, I would die behind them. And they stay outside. I always get these comments too, like, "Oh, why do your dogs? Why do you have your dogs outside, bro?" First of all, my dogs don't like to be inside. They don't. They don't. They hate it. It's not in them to be inside. They're not indoor dogs. They're livestock dogs. They love chickens. They love goats. They love the farmland. I don't know if y'all can hear them. They're playing right now. I came back. I didn't notice they were gone. Usually they hang out by the glass window, so I can see them. I have their beds there, so usually if they're not sleeping, they're out playing, or they're just they pick corners too throughout the backyard, and didn't notice they were gone. I come home, I shower, and I get on my computer to figure out what I was gonna play for the day. And then I hear somebody at my doorbell, and it's my neighbor. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, like, what does my neighbor want from me? Like, I honestly had no clue what my neighbor wanted. I don't usually knock on my neighbor's door. I don't, you know, have my neighbors knocking on my door. So I open the door, and they start telling me, your two white dogs, are on the loose again, and they just attacked my dog. Now, I instantly dropped everything, and I grabbed my car, and I left to go find them, and I found them down the street. So I parked the car down the street, and I walked them both up to the house. They're like maybe like a quarter mile down the street, and when I walked them up, they were gone. My neighbors were gone, right? None of my neighbors got bitten, but what ended up happening was Draco ended up actually getting into a dog fight with a very tiny poodle dog. And thank God that poodle was still alive, and the poodle was able to escape. But Draco damn near punctured his stomach, and I didn't know anything of this when I got back. All I know is that the dog got bit, but mind you this, as I was pulling out to go find my dogs, the dogs were fine. I didn't see the dogs, hurt. I was like, okay, so it must have been like a little, a minor tiny bite or something. Something happened, an altercation, and what had happened was Draco got a hold of the dog, and he just started going crazy on the dog. I did the responsible thing. I called the cops. I said, hey, I had an altercation with my dogs. I believe my dog got into another fight with another dog. The cops came. They said, we're going to have another cop car come down here. They never did. And then I called Humane Society, and they basically said that we don't know of anything that's going on right now, but we will be in touch very soon. So me being me, I'm a delusional person. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very delusional. I don't know. Just I'm delusional. I start putting ideas and thoughts into my head, and one of the ideas and thoughts was that they were gonna take away my dogs and put them down. And as soon as I seen comments and on Reddit, and people were talking about like, yeah, your dog does get put down, and all this. I ain't gonna lie, you feel me? Like, the last thing somebody wants to hear is their dog getting put down. Now, this is not entirely my fault. This is not my fault. It is my fault. Because I should have been more clear about it. But I hired a pool guy, and the pool guy accidentally left the back door open to the right side of my house, and that's how they escaped. I had to cover the vet bill. I took it to the chin. It was a very hefty price. I won't lie, I paid a big bill. Obviously, that's the right thing to do. I think any normal person would do that. But this was more so of a learning lesson. My dogs have escaped plenty of times, but they've never been violent. They have never been violent. They just, I don't know. One of them is deaf. He's a sweetheart. So Ace didn't do anything. It was Draco. But it's been figured out. I talked to my neighbors. Everything is good now. The dog's okay. I made sure their dog was okay. Everybody's okay. Yeah, that's really what happened. I'm sorry that I don't know if I know I scared y'all a lot. It wasn't in my intention, but at the time of me making that video, and I was trying to save our daily upload streak too, it was a lot. It was like, bro, I can't sit here and play a game. I have to tell y'all what it is and how it is. And everything's good now. Dogs are okay. Everyone's okay. And this was a learning lesson for me too. Like, fuck. Just stay here when the pool guy's here and make sure the doors are closed and lock up the dogs. My dogs are very sweet. I see them on camera all the time. This was the least thing that I would expect from Draco. Ace is such a sweetheart, but Draco was... I get it. I don't know. He's always had this aggression towards things and people. And that's because his brother is partially blind and deaf. So he's always felt like in his breed, they're Great Pyrenees. They're born and it's in them to protect. But to go out and escape and fucking cause mayhem was... It is what it is. You learn from it. And I'm taking the proper steps to make sure that nothing like this would happen again. And it could have been worse. That dog could have passed away. It could have been a human. It could have been worse, and I'm thankful and I'm happy that it wasn't that outcome that it didn't get to. Like, it really could have been really bad. And thank God. I want to thank God for real. For like, even I know it could have been bad. It could have been worse. I'm moving out of here, by the way. I'm moving back to my old house. I think that's the plan. I don't think any of my neighbors like me, to be honest. And plus, this house is way too big for me. So I'm just gonna leave it. Maybe in 10 years I'll come back to it. I'm gonna rent it out, and just maybe I'll come back and maybe retire here or settle with kids down here. But this house is just like, I don't know. It's been so stressful living here, bro. It's like the dogs, neighbors. Ultimately, I think I was just happier living on a valley, like by myself. Like, nobody around me to the left, nobody to my right. Granted, that house had some issues too. That address has been leaked over there. I remember people were vandalizing or trying to break into my house. I leaked it like an idiot a couple times, but fuck it. Like, honestly, that was really the only reason I moved. I was honestly happy there. But it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know what my entire situation is looking like over here right now. I just know that my neighbors don't like me. And they definitely don't like me now. I don't know. So, sorry for ranting or scaring y'all. it is. That's just the outcome. Sorry guys. I genuinely am sorry. I love y'all. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. And goodbye. Have a good day. Take care.